Welcome to the Film Bros podcast, and today is our final episode of season 1, hence why we've switched roles, and this is uncomfortable. Okay, this is more uncomfortable than wearing a jockstrap in summer. It really is. How do I know? You don't want to know. So, yeah, Sam, as we always start with every episode...
You haven't even introduced yourself yet.
I was so into it.
That was good.
I dropped it.
Just go from then, like, I'm one of your hosts. Yeah.
That's it. I'm one of your hosts, Richard Hogarth.
And I am Sam Hogarth.
And yeah, today, obviously, we are here doing a little episode on our favourite film app, Letterboxd. Ugh. And yeah, so how you been, Sam?
This is why you don't intro.
Yeah, exactly. It has gone fucking uncontrollable straight out the gate.
It has gone a little bit mad already, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's off-piste already.
We thought we'd end the season.
We'd switch it around just for one episode at least.
Thank God it's just one episode, because I don't want to do this again.
Maybe just the end of every series.
I can't do it.
We'll let you introduce, because then you'll get better over time.
Oh, potentially, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe. We'll see.
But I'm okay, mate. Yeah, thank you.
Good, yeah.
Not doing too bad, thanks. It's just been fine. Just really pleased with obviously getting the first series wrapped now. At the end of this episode, which has been really exciting. It's been so fun to obviously share this with you, but also thank you, the audience, and for listening and watching. It really does mean a lot to both of us. And looking forward to sort of having a bit of a break and sort of and hopefully series 2 that'll be really nice to come back.
I mean, the thing is like because obviously people won't know, but like our recording schedule is quite manic, and obviously how we have to fit everything in, and it is it gets a bit tough, but like at the same time we've been talking about this for over a year. It's got to be about a year now. And it's been like a real kind of roller coaster ride, like especially the last couple of months where we've been like, right, as soon as the new year hit, it was like, right, we're going. So
it's got to make it happen, and that's exactly what we've tried to do sort of this year. And it's been super fun. Really enjoyed it so far.
As well,
huge
learning curve. But like, definitely we have got ideas for a season 2. So
we do.
Yeah, we've got kind of. I think that was the thing for us. We kind of knew that there'd be a format moving forward, but it was season 1 was going to be the, obviously what
testing ground.
Testing ground.
Absolutely. And also, it just in the comments as well, we want to hear your thoughts about what you want to see from season 2 as well. We really want to sort of take your sort of feedback, as we've been as we've always been sort of asking throughout the series. We do want to involve our community like as much as possible in this. And if you want to sort of see something, let us know. One thing that we have potentially sort of talked about, I thought I'd just drop it at the beginning, at the top of the show, is potentially doing some filmmaker interviews or some other chats about our own filmmaking experiences, because we're both filmmakers. And if that's something you'd want to see or listen to, pop it in the comments and let us know.
Right.
So, Richard, how have you been? You asked how I was.
I was about
and
to,
then we kind of went into No, but how have you been?
I've been all right. I think it's almost holiday time for me, so I'm ready to sit back, relax, and take it easy as we record this. Last few months have been quite.
For the audio listeners, that is up and down.
Yes, that was the worst roller coaster you've ever seen in your life. But
as Ronan Keating once sang, "Life is a roller coaster."
Yeah, don't sing it. Yeah,
I
was about to, but I'm also like, don't use it as well.
I'm not doing it.
But no. It's been up and down, but like at the same time, it's been doing this has been so much fun, and again, it's kind of bittersweet, because you're also like, we put so much time and effort into it, and it's also like, shit, it's over now. It's like, great, but I'm also like looking forward to a fucking break.
Nice to have a break.
Yeah. Well, technically, I don't know if it's a break, because obviously we'll be releasing soon. So
got our release schedule sorted.
Yeah, and then probably by the time people see this one, it's like, oh, we're already gearing up for season 2. It's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So we're already kind of like in deep discussion about that. But anyway,
Yeah.
no, I'm good. I
Seen any good films recently?
I was going to say, yeah, thank you for. Oh, you beat me to the punch. I was about to say, I have got Hokum. I got to see.
Oh, right,
Hokum, Damien McCarthy's Hokum on the big screen, and fucking amazing. I put the film very akin to The Shining and 1408. So if chamber mood pieces about hotels and ghosts and weird supernatural shit float your boat, get to see it, because I've been seeing quite a lot of people disappointed in the film. I understand why, but it's not Longlegs. It's not a neon movie, you know, in the typical sense. It's a Damien McCarthy movie, and it fucking rocks. It absolutely delivers. I know him from Oddity, which is a great. It's like a mystery, thriller, horror, supernatural movie, and this is very much the same thing, and it does so on a much bigger canvas in a much bigger way, and I really love the kind of storytelling. I don't know if he'd be able to kind of pull the. I did find the story similar-ish, so I'm hoping Damien can kind of vary it up a little bit, like moving forward. But other than that, it's been good, and that's all I have to report. Have you seen anything that you'd like to chat about? Films, TV?
Yeah, I've been rewatching quite a lot of Entourage on HBO Max.
Of course you have.
Yeah, it is one of my favourite shows that I've seen. For anyone who hasn't seen it, it's a fictional actor played by Adrian Grenier, who you would probably know from The Devil Wears Prada, probably the first one.
Yeah, nobody.
And he plays a fictional film star called Vincent Chase, and there are like famous people in the series who then play characters in it, but also there are people who, like Mark Wahlberg and James Cameron, who make appearances who play themselves. So it's kind of like an exaggerated version of themselves or of the world that is kind of like, it's kind of based in reality sort of thing. And like Jeremy Piven plays his agent, and it's just really fun, and it's a really good watch. But also I watched Capote recently. Philip Seymour Hoffman as Truman Capote, and I gave it 2.5 stars, and you can see my review on my Letterboxd account. You can't judge me for this one because this one is a Letterboxd.
It is
episode.
Yeah.
I will try not to do as many of these in season 2.
I don't care, to be honest with you.
Okay, cool.
It's become. This is the thing. It's become like our little thing. It's like you have to rant about Disney.
Yeah.
You have to mention Letterboxd,
Mm-hmm.
and then I basically fuck up on pretty much everything else, so it's fine. So it's
No,
it's
you
our little
don't.
thing.
You don't at all.
No, you know.
No, you don't at all, mate. No, it's all good.
But yeah.
But yeah, I think like Philip Seymour Hoffman is incredible in it as Truman Capote. Like, he's incredibly witty, funny, intelligent performance, and I think this is because he won the Academy Award for this, didn't he? Yeah. And you can see why. Like, it's really good, but I just don't think it's a biopic about Truman Capote. It's more of just like a look at a period of time within his life, which isn't really about his life. It's about the book In Cold Blood that he wrote, and his kind of relationship with the prisoners and the town in Kansas that he goes to kind of report on and write this book, which is also a film as well, In Cold Blood. I can't remember who it's made by.
It's a documentary that's in the Criterion Collection. So
there is actually like an actual like narrative, like for film, not just documentary.
Unless it is a narrative film, but I know there's one called In Cold Blood on the Criterion Collection. But
I'm just gonna quickly do a quick IMDb, but there is genuinely.
It could be the same one we're talking about, 1967. Yeah. Yeah.
With Scott Wilson. That's not a documentary. That's an actual
no. So
film.
I probably got it wrong then.
Yeah.
It's a documentary.
But yeah, because it's Scott Wilson from The Walking Dead. who plays the guy who owns the farm.
Gotcha. Yeah, the old guy.
Yeah. So yeah, like I think that as biopics go, it's like I say, I don't think it is one. I gave it 2.5 stars. I think like there are good elements within it, but I just always feel that like you're watching the aftermath of something more interesting. That like you've always missed that segment of it, and you're just watching just people reviewing essentially like what's happened, and it's like, well, hold on, I want to see that because the structure is quite fractured, and you don't really get to know like Capote, and in terms of like his like how he became the person he was, you just introduced to him as the person he is, and there is no real sort of journey he kind of goes on really. But I thought it was okay. Yeah, I know it is considered a bit of a would you consider it a classic as such?
Yeah.
That's the general consensus on it.
I would. I mean, it's definitely more of you could potentially say cult classic, because again, it never kind of. I mean, whilst it has, I would imagine, quite a few people liking and enjoying it. Again, it's still not as wide as some of the other kind of movies like a Shawshank Redemption. Do you know what I mean? It is still feel very, very under the radar.
Cool. No, that sounds really good. So, how do you feel about going into our main topic? Should we do it?
I think we should.
Cool.
This is it. This is the big one.
As Michael Jackson once said, "This is it.
This is it.
This is it.
This is it."
We did enough of that in the last episode, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, this week we're going to be talking about Letterboxd, as you've probably been so fed up of us, mostly me, dropping references to Letterboxd and talking about our love of the app. And so today we're going to share just like some of our sort of thoughts and feelings about the app, what we like, and like top fours. And also we might throw in some other fun little bits as well. Like, you have to stay tuned and watch and listen. And then I've got a surprise for Richard at the towards the end of this episode. And so, Richard, where would you like to begin? Do you want to start with top fours?
I think that's.
Or
I think
actually,
that's
no.
the best place.
How did you find Letterboxd? Let's start from there. We'll start from the beginning. We'll start from the beginning.
You're taking okay. You're taking my role.
Well, we swapped roles today, so
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
For me, I found it. I imagine, because my memory's a little bit hazy on this, it must have been 2019 when I was wrapping up, or kind of 2018, getting at the end of uni. I'm pretty sure I saw someone, because that's how I got into Instagram, because of uni. Before that, I never even, so like 2016, 2017, never got into social media, anything like that. And then I found Instagram, then I found Letterboxd. And it has been something that has stayed with me for so long. Like, incredible app. And what about you?
So I found Letterboxd through, like most things film related, is through you, essentially. So I think it was something. I don't have like a sort of core memory about it or anything like that, but I just remember because I started doing like the kind of 52 films I want to watch a year, and I started doing those kind of things. And so this would have been about like 3-4 years ago. I think it was around like my 30th birthday. I think. And you sort of come up and sort of said like, oh, there's a good app to sort of like where you can log these sort of things, and I really like the kind of idea of that. So then as well, like, because sometimes you forget films that you've seen before, or that you want to see, and it's a great place to have like your information, like watch lists and all this kind of stuff. And I just really dug it. It's really cool. And I think it's just developed really well as an app as well. And there's some really cool sort of other features on it, which I really enjoy. And I think like, I know I'm sort of jumping into sort of things I like about it, but one of the things that I really kind of took to it was that you can use it in whichever way you want. And that there is no one way that you have to use the app. And I really like that, because if you're, so, for instance, even just like me and you, like we're on different sort of
playing field,
yeah, where you know, I know you obviously you pay for it as well, but you know, like you go really into depth on lists as well.
Yeah.
Which you know, you should follow Richard's Letterboxd account, which will be in the description below.
Yeah.
And you can see some of those lists that Richard has come up with and curated, and they're fantastic, and it sort of gives you such a great idea of like brilliant recommendations that Richard kind of like comes up with. And or, you know, there's like someone like me, which is a little bit more simple, and I like to sort of just log films and just as like a reminder to myself, and write a few more thoughts about it.
Yeah, you have really got into the thought kind of process, because you were very much like a couple of star ratings here and there, and now you're writing a few more kind of thought pieces, and that's the. And
do you know where that changed? So
where?
Recently, Haley and I, we went to see Steph. A friend of ours in London.
Shout out to
and
Steph.
Yeah, she's great, and basically because I got her onto Letterboxd.
So it's passing on.
Yeah, but she said, and it's such a good point, that like she often forgets what she thought about a film at the time.
Yeah.
So instead of just giving it like a star rating, she gives it just like a few thoughts, and I was like, that's a really good idea, because you can give something a star rating, but then completely forget about what you actually thought about the film, because you'll remember, I give blah, blah, blah 4 stars. Oh, I must have kind of enjoyed it, but I don't know why I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So just writing down like a few little thoughts, which is what I do now for like every film, or, you know, what I liked or didn't like, I can actually then look back at that review and be like, oh, I actually remember fully that experience now. So I think it's sort of something I've kind of adopted. And yeah, I just use for myself now.
And I think that's again the power of like you've passed on the app, but then the new person's taught you something about how to potentially do that. And it's like, you know, I mean, that was the one thing. I don't think you're big on the lists. The thing for me has been that it's been a great way to chronicle some of the madness I've done. So if I've watched like an unintentional double feature, like the guy who plays Biff in Back to the Future, I did 2 movies with him one day. Or if I watched a bunch of sex movies, I usually chronicle them. And again, they're kind of fun ones for people to kind of go, oh, okay. But my main ones are my year discoveries, my 2026 discoveries, and it'll always be my end of year lists as well. But I do have now massive ongoing lists, as in my 1979 to the beginning of film list. And then, because the amount of people who was like, oh, I really love like older films, but I don't know how to get into them, I do that one. Films by female filmmakers. That's another one where I'm like, great, but it has to be a female director. I'm always like, boom, great, we'll get you into that list. And I've noticed people are really enjoying them. And one of the ones that I did for a bit of fun, but again, that's kind of exploded, is werewolf list. So I've done an actual physical ranking of every single werewolf movie I have, because I love werewolves. And the thing for me is that I've seen over 100 werewolf movies.
Damn.
And I think there are 6 that don't go into 2-star territory.
So what? Like they're all under 2 stars, or 2 stars or
much,
under?
Yeah.
Fuck.
It is. If you want,
crazy.
So if you want a real experience, I think there's about 25 that are like half a star.
Wow.
I mean, I think there are a couple that aren't even like they're like just been clocked. They're 0 stars. But yeah, it's a great list. You know, kind of like it's a great app that you can use to do whatever you want with, which I think is a really good one. But what would be your top 4 then? Let's get into it.
Let's go into top 4s. Well, mine's pretty basic, man. I'm a pretty basic bitch, to be honest.
Because I'm going to say now, I don't have a top 4, so let's go. Well, I think I do.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, what's different with you, though, is that you theme your top 4s. So, like, I would like you to try and do a top 4 right here, right now, of like your favourite 4 of all time, just based on today, because I know it will change Like
I know
it will change every day. Well, mine doesn't really.
No. I do feel I have a definitive-ish 4.
Okay.
So I've got a couple in my mind. So I just need to think. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So my top 4 is starting with, in my opinion, my favorite film of all time. Because this is the thing. These are 4 favorites. These aren't always like the best films in the world.
Yeah.
It's the films that you resonate with the most, and like, or kind of like desert island films a little bit, or like just films that you can just put on any time and just love.
Yeah.
So for me, obviously this is in no particular order, but Walk the Line it is one of my favorite, if not my favorite film of all time. It is I've probably gone on about it sort of so much over the course of this first series of the podcast, but like in terms of a biopic, it is perfect in terms of structure, in terms of following just 2 or 3 storylines or sort of themes throughout, and it just sticks to those, and that's the story. And that's the thing about like someone like Johnny Cash. He's incredibly complicated. There could be a whole host of different storylines you could have sort of gone down, and sort of like you could have touched upon this, or you could have touched upon that. But what I love about James Mangold is that he just sticks to the love story with him and June, the music, and him never really getting over his brother's death, and the trauma that brings with his family. And it's like that, it's so, and all of those intertwine with each other essentially as well, and it's just so perfect. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It is the best biopic of all time, in my opinion. Number 2 is Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair. I actually managed to go see this at the cinema. Loved every minute of it. It is not just, in my opinion, Tarantino's best. I just think it is just one of the best revenge films of all time. Absolutely love it so much. Number 3 is Boogie Nights, which is, again, obviously my favourite Paul Thomas Anderson. That's just a film I can throw on, have loads of fun with, but also it can be like dark in times, and like I just think like quite harrowing. And I think like it's a brilliant rise and fall story. And I think Burt Reynolds is incredible. Mark Wahlberg, Heather Graham. I was going to say Susan Sarandon, but it's Julianne Moore.
Yeah.
William H. Macy. Oh my God, like his storyline is they're just all incredible.
Yeah, I think Don Cheadle in that just proves like I would say I also love like William H. Macy in Magnolia, but not to get too off tangent, but like
Don Cheadle is my.
I think for me
he's my Falcon.
Yeah, I think for me he's like that storyline is
Anthony Mackie. He's not my Falcon.
Mate, we've got to get ready for Doomsday soon. So
I know, yeah.
Oh God.
We might have to do a Marvel episode before that comes out.
I think we might.
That would be very interesting.
I think we're going to have to do a ranking.
Oh my God. I think we'd only have to do like a top 5, otherwise we here all day doing all them all.
Oh yeah, I could probably do a top 10, but I could squeeze.
I could do a top 5 just about.
Yeah. Well, we know your feelings on Marvel, so
yeah.
Mine are similar-ish, but I've got a few more that I actually like. So yeah,
there is about 5 I like.
Yeah, that's it. It is. It's just like these are the ones.
Yeah. That's all you're getting from me. So my last film in my top 4 is 2001: A Space Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick's epic science fiction epic masterpiece. I do just think intellectually, like story wise, the design, the cinematography, everything, I think it is just one of the best crafted films ever. And he's got one of the best villains of all time. I just think that it's so ahead of its time. It's still renowned now, and I think that from when it was made as well. I think it was in it was obviously in the late 60s. It was so well made. They thought that Stanley Kubrick filmed the moon landing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like that's how powerful that film was, and it shaped culture, science fiction forever. It is easily one of the greatest films of all time.
It's like a monolith. Yeah, it will stand the test of time.
Very well put, and I think that's a great. Here
we go.
sort of trying to segue into your top four.
Yeah.
Have you got one?
I've got a top four. Normally, yeah, Sam mentioned I rotate mine because I don't believe in a definitive,
that's fair.
A tablet, a definitive top four. But I do actually have a top four, and I will be dropping it here on the podcast. So very rarely, unless you have seen my Letterboxd top four, I have dropped it kind of once before. But yeah, so my top four and your top four actually share some similarities. Yes, so we have two films by two filmmakers, but different films. And that is, mine's Barry Lyndon.
I knew that was coming.
So yeah, Barry Lyndon is my favourite film of all time. I remember you asked me after because I got to go to cinema with you, and it's like, why do you like this? Because I remember you kind of, I wouldn't say you disliked it, but you definitely had issues, and you were kind of butting up against it.
It was just the first half for me. It was just a lot slower than the second.
And for me, it's just an Irish fairy tale kind of thing. It's like, it's a beautifully told story. And it's the first time and it's the only time I actually, no, it's one of the very few times, I feel like Stanley Kubrick is actually having fun. And you feel the personal qualities about being an outsider in an outside land and kind of going away, setting up a home and, potentially, kids don't like you, and then, I just felt it was all autobiographical, and I love that film, from the music to the fucking cinematography. Like, they look like proper, like, Turner watercolors, and
or even like Renaissance era paintings.
Yeah, like you can tell that there is a lot of attention and craft that's gone into it, and even though it's kind of a backup film after Napoleon, it never feels like one. And the other filmmaker is Quentin Tarantino, and it's Jackie Brown. I am as basic as they come.
I thought that would be them. Well, no, I wouldn't say basic because it's not a basic choice.
No.
It's a basic filmmaker, but it's not.
Yeah, I mean, my favourite Quentin Tarantino film, so that would if we ever did a Quentin Tarantino draft, that kind of spoils that. But I remember, I remember
I've said mine.
Yeah,
Kill Bill.
I remember seeing Pulp Fiction, and I was so blown away kind of by it, and then I saw Jackie Brown, and I went, what the fuck was I thinking? Because Jackie Brown is what every filmmaker should be doing. It's like he strips away all the pretense and all the bullshit. He does the feet thing, and although there are a couple of feet shots in it, but it's like you lose the facade of a Tarantino movie, and he really just delves hands deep into the material, gives you really well developed characters, gives you a gripping plot, and it's always the bottom of every single fucking list. And it drives me mad because I don't understand why, because it's his best film. There is so much there which he gets to play with. You'll have to save that opinion for another day, I think.
It's very good. I don't think it's bottom.
No.
But I'm not going to tell you what's bottom in my opinion.
No, I know what's bottom.
I know you do, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. We chat too much off mic, We do, yeah. We're hinting too much, I think. But no, Jackie Brown for me is just a revelation that this guy can actually make a film. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I know that he can make films, but he can make a really solid piece of drama that is compelling, and it has all the elements there that, I feel he loses in his grindhouse era, like Kill Bill and Death Proof a little bit. They're not bad films by any means, but he kind of becomes more worried about aesthetic than actual kind of plot and character, I think. Then you get into his kind of now alternate history period, and I think he's more worried about kind of alternative histories, and again, it's more plot based, where this feels very character first, and it's dealing with older people as well. and I think that throws people because it's a much softer movie. But that's why I think it like after Pulp Fiction, that was the only way he could go, you know. But that's me. What was the next one? Oh, the next one again. No surprises here. Is The Fountain by Darren Aronofsky. It had to be. I've said so much on it this season, but it's one of those movies that, you know, every single time I've watched it, I've had a completely different outcome. It makes me reflect on love, life, and death in a completely different way every single time I've watched it, and it's a beautiful piece of art. It is art, actual art, and if you are into like the Sheep Detectives, or you know you want to get primed for Mummy 4, watch this. Like, Hugh Jackman, rarely been better. Rachel Weisz, rarely been better. And it's just a film that's complex in terms of its narrative construction, but it's a film that needs to be felt instead of thought about. And I love that. I love that. And then my final film is Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, if you've seen my Letterboxd top 4s, that appears quite a lot. But there is not many other films I would rather watch for the rest of my life than Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid.
Wow.
It is that good. It is that good. And I remember because I love The Wild Bunch. And again, it's the big bombastic movie like we've talked about. Much like Pulp Fiction, Boogie Nights and stuff throughout the season. And then out comes this melancholic look at, you know, the American hero, or the American outlaw, sorry, and suckered me in. Suckered me in with a Bob Dylan soundtrack.
Because that's Sam Peckinpah, isn't it? Because you spoke briefly about that in the last episode, didn't you?
Yeah.
About Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. Wow. Okay. Well, that's quite a top 4. I think that's.
And
I knew 3 of those choices, but I didn't know the 4th one.
Yeah, when you know my film taste and how, what did I say, exploitative I end up watching kind of movies, don't I? You know, horror genre, a lot of it.
Yeah.
People don't kind of expect those kind of movies.
And there's nothing horror in your top 4, really. No. But that's I think like it's a bit of a misconception, I think, with like someone like yourself, where like you love watching like, I don't know, zombie strippers versus werewolves or whatever, but then you'll watch something really intellectual like The Fountain, and like, you know, and I think like that the thing is obviously you love the, you know, all kinds of
cinema.
Yeah, but like you love the whole spectrum. That's the kind of term I'm gonna sort of like. You know, like you love the good, the bad, and the ugly of cinema. Sorry about the pun there, but
bring in Leone.
It came to me then, but that's the thing. It's like, and you appreciate it, and you appreciate all types of different films as well. And that is sort of something I don't think. Maybe sort of like you maybe kind of get as much kind of credit for that. Yeah, you like all kinds of different films. And,
I mean, I get a lot of, I do get a lot of kind of shtick because I do watch a lot of sex films, but again, I think that's part and parcel of cinema.
It's like, the gamut, isn't it? It's the gamut of film, and
because I like watching. Like,
there isn't just one type of film. It's
no, and I mean, I blame Vinegar Syndrome for that. They got me onto them. Yeah. Once you dive into that back catalogue, trust me, it's something.
So I think maybe then this is maybe a good little segue to go on to. Do you have like a definitive rating system, and like how you rate your films?
Yeah,
because like, you know, like as we sort of saying about like how you like a whole different gamut of cinema, and you like all of cinema really. Yeah. Is there a way on Letterboxd when how you rate your films and how you kind of differentiate, and kind of include all of them instead of
I mean, to me it's something that I mean, just briefly, we do not talk enough about the emotional aspect of cinema. and we spend too much time intellectualizing it, and it drives me fucking mental because it's like sometimes you can't sit there and put into words what a film means to you. You know, I use it as the jigsaw piece, like analogy, where, you know, sometimes you in a film will click, sometimes it's the wrong piece at the wrong time. And I rate always based off of my heart and how I've experienced it. And to me, my rating system is the same if it was Porky's or if it was what was it? All the President's Men. You know, I don't hold any film differently. If I think a comedy is 5 stars and I think you know, like All the President's Men is 5 stars, it means they have both done their job. Sometimes I do rate more intellectually than emotionally, but it's where a film has pissed me off, but I can admire the craft of it. Like sometimes I will like rub up against kind of a creative direction that something has taken, and you know, like that. But I always add a heart if I feel like I've thoroughly walked away and gone, I've enjoyed the experience of that viewing. And the thing is that my ratings do change. Midnight Run was a big one recently. It was like I think it was 1 or 2 stars. And it jumped up to 4. And again, that's just me in the time. You know, I'm not enjoying it or whatever. And then Mighty Supreme was another one from 3 to 4.5. As I say, I still have problems with that. I think there's just too many tangents in the middle of that. Like they focus too much on Gwyneth Paltrow, but again, that jumped up, and I was actually really excited to kind of go back to that. But I was also, you do get scared, but things like that, and I think people are scared to admit they're wrong as well. It's like, yeah, don't worry. I mean, I've had experiences where I loved the film, and I've watched it again, and I've hated it. Mother is one. I had the best cinematic experience of my life, and I tried rewatching it with you, and I couldn't get into it. Yeah. I was struggling so much with it. So again, it's swings and roundabouts. You know, these things.
Yeah, there's a quote from Mark Commode which I quite like, is that films don't change, you do.
Yeah.
And it's like, so when you come into like a film, it's all based on your personal experiences, potentially even to the day of how you experience that film, because you can come to, because no one ever really comes to a film blankly, and like you know, whatever your experiences are that day, like, you know, you might have got caught in the rain or something, so you're in a bit of a bad mood, or you stubbed your toe or something, or I don't know, like there was a lot of traffic, or again, it could have been lots of sunshine, you're in a great mood or something, and then the film, you're going into that riding on a wave of you know, of joy or something. And I just think that that's so important to kind of say. And what you said there as well, like, I think is so crucial as well. And like, so when it comes to rating films as well, people are so fucking stubborn about not changing their opinions.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think you're so right that people, I think a lot of people also do over intellectualize as well, but then like they're afraid of being wrong, or that, like that you say, like they might have rated a film like 1 star before, and then they've watched it again and it's actually 4 stars, but like they will fucking hate it down still because they don't want to be wrong from that first viewing. Because you know, Richard obviously knows this, but I don't know if our audience does, but I don't like Inception. I've watched it once, Christopher Nolan's Inception. I know it's considered an absolute classic. I think it's a pile of dog shit. But, however, whenever we do a Christopher Nolan episode, if we do, I'm going to rewatch it. Yeah. Because it's been a long time since I've seen it. It's been at least over 10 years.
Yeah, it's 11.
But I will currently die on that motherfucking hill that I hate it. And I will do that until I change my mind.
Yeah, and I think...
but I need to watch it again to then be able to change my mind.
I think...
And if I do change my mind, I will hold my hands up and admit that I was wrong.
Yeah.
Because you have to. And it's like... And again, like, why would you then not rob your own enjoyment instead of for your own ego?
Yeah.
But you are completely right. People do that.
Yeah, I think people underestimate the value of a rewatch. because your first viewing is very much you discovering the film, and that is important because it's your connection to the piece of material. The second rewatch will demand, dictate whether or not it is a film you will continue to watch and love and care for. And I think we are, as a society, so fascinated with chasing the next new thing that we also forget, do you know what? Let's hang 10 and watch fucking Paddington and smoke a bowl. You know what I mean?
I could not agree more. I think
sometimes, mate, the wisdom strikes me.
You're speaking a lot of sense today.
Yeah.
It's taken 9 episodes, but
there you go.
I'm joking. I'm joking. If anyone has watched our studio episode, Richard made an amazing speech, impassioned speech at the end of that, which I still love to this day.
Get that engraved on.
But talking about my rating systems as well, I've got the way I do it is basically I mostly rate on how much fun I had, but also because I'm so character and story driven in terms of making films, and that's what I really enjoy. They're the 3 things that I care about.
Yeah.
Do I have fun? Even if it's something like I don't know, the first film that come to my head was Dead Man's Shoes. It could be quite heavy, but did I still enjoy the heaviness of it, and did it still grip me and kind of bring me into the into the story with the characters? Again, it all kind of ties up together. But was I entertained, even if it's a heavy film or whatever? And then just how much fun do I have with it? But then what are the characters like, and what's the story like? And because I will always forgive a film if it's got technical issues, or if it's got a lower budget or whatever it is, just as long as the story is well done and still captivating, and and I have fun with it, because ultimately to me that's just what matters most. So take 2001 for instance. It's very intellectual kind of film, but there is something about it that keeps me gripped, and it's the way that Hal is, and the way that the two main guys are as well. It's just something that just keeps pulling me along and keeps me interested, and I just love it so much for that. And I have so much fun with it because I love the opening with the apes with the monolith, and I just love all of it. But then something like Kill Bill, which is more traditionally fun, I'd say, limbs flying everywhere, and cool colors and cool characters and
quick soundtrack. Yeah.
Exactly, but that's how I tend to rate films as well. But also sometimes I'll rate films on if they're so bad they're good.
Yeah.
Because if they're if I still don't quite connect with it, but I have a good time watching it, I'll still give it a decent star rating, because again, it's about fun for me.
Yeah, I mean, something like 40-Year-Old Virgin, for instance, I think I've got as a 5 stars with a heart. But I would also give that to Dead Man's Shoes, which is kind of a great analogy. And it's not because I like Dead Man's Shoes the same. It is able to fulfill me in a way. Normally I could give it just say 5 stars without the heart. But because there is a factor to it that is satisfying, and it is a complete story, and the resolution of said story. I mean, it's tough for us because obviously you are dealing with a character who's neurodivergent. We have a younger brother who is obviously severely kind of neurodivergent, and you can't help but watch that and think of him. When he's in the piece and stuff, and it you do go, oh right, but it's the cathartic nature of a brother looking out for a brother, and there are things in it that make it go beyond just like you said, a 90-minute Shane Meadows $200 or £20,000 movie. There are things that resonate deep. The kind of messaging and the acting and the performance and the writing all go into that and just seep into you a little bit deeper. Whereas somebody could give it a 3 stars and I could still understand. Do you know what I mean?
Love it. Yeah.
No.
So moving on a little bit, sort of just switching gear a little bit.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite things about Letterboxd? So are you also a paid member, or like myself? I'm a cheapskate. I just use like the free version, but again, I'm that's all I need it for at the minute. But I would like to upgrade to Pro, which is the next tier.
Yeah.
Not Patreon's the highest one, isn't it?
Patreon's the
Because I want to get the lists, man, of like
the stats, the
stats and stuff. Like, I am tempted, but
I've
not crossed there yet.
No,
but yeah. What about you, Rich?
I was a pro for about 3 years, maybe a little bit more. I'm now patron, and I have been for 2 years, maybe a bit more. I became a patron because I wanted the kind of a little bit more of the deeper stats, but that's not really all I need it for. I need it so I can change the fucking posters because there are some fucking lame ass posters, and it's not Letterboxd's fault. I mean, you guys have probably seen some of the posters that range out there, and they are dog shit. So to be able to have fan art or whatever, and change the backdrops. The backdrops especially are like a fucking nightmare.
That's the thing. I'd love to be able to change them.
Yeah.
I'd love to be able to do that.
Obviously, I now know Patreon is a little bit more, but I'm still happy paying that kind of price and stuff. Like my favorite kind of things with the app are more like, it would be like the watch list is something. And that's something I'll admit I've struggled with, because I'm not a traditional watch list person. But if there's a movie that interests me or whatever, I'll add it, because I've got nearly like 888 films in there. But what Letterboxd does is...
Of course you do.
Yeah, well, no. But I go through it sometimes, and I look at them and I go, oh, I don't want to touch that. Oh, I don't want to touch that. But... what it does is it's able to let you know when said movie comes to a streaming service. So when it's available, or when it's just moved to a streaming service, or what. So it does help you if you are looking for stuff. And I think what I need to do is I need to spend a day just cleaning it out. I think that's what I'm going to have to do, because again, there's still quite a lot of movies in there that just I don't know if I'm ever going to watch, but I do have Models and Werewolves hopefully coming out soon, so that'll be great.
Models and Werewolves?
Yeah, Full Moon Features has made an AI werewolf movie.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I'll have to send you the trailer later.
Okay, yeah, do it. Yeah.
But, I need to know when that gets released. I love my werewolf.
Oh, of course,
movies, yeah. And that's the thing, and it's like that's a really good one. I love Fade Watched. So if you are looking for films and you're able to find, you're struggling to understand what you've watched, what you haven't, you can fade the ones you've watched, and it will always show you the stuff you haven't. And I think that's a simple feature that really helps, especially me. And obviously I also love the lists and things like that. But for me, one big thing I did want to praise Letterboxd about is that being able to know what I've watched is such a great thing, especially when I'm going shopping for movies or I'm looking for movies. Just to be able to know that I can catch whatever I've watched, and I go right, and then I can work it out from there. Is it something I want to buy? It's just so simple. But what about yourself?
Yeah, I don't really have too much to say, really. Like, I think it's a really just simple, well designed, easy to navigate app, and I think that whatever one thing I really like is just like things are hidden really well.
Yeah.
So like you have, when you open the app, there's like you got like your little friends sort of thing or whatever. Obviously this is on mobile, and then you've got like popular films or popular films with friends and stuff, and then you scroll across to then find like what the people have done like reviews on, and you can find it more in depth, and then you can find lists and other things. It's not all just on one page. It's you scroll to find it, and it's like different tabs, and it's like I really like that. It's
very
really
organized.
Yeah, and very tidy, and it's like just you don't just get bombarded with information, and that's really handy. And even on like your own profile, you can then again you scroll and just on the other tabs to then find your own reviews and other ones you've liked or like what whatever else you've kind of saved. And I just think it's just really cool, man. I do have a couple of small little improvements though.
Oh, go for it.
Well, I say improvements. It's not because it's not. These are two things that, again, I could only think of two things that I would personally do that would just slightly improve it.
Okay.
Because these aren't critiques about how it already pre-exists.
Yeah.
So one of the things I would do is actually add a feed option. So then you can see what your friends have watched in like the last week, etc. Instead of like a small section just on the front. So the tab could still be hidden away, but almost like a social media feed. So then, for instance, you could add. So then you could have like discussions online, because Letterboxd is more for not the idiots on like like
Twitter.
Yeah, or like Instagram, sort of just slating each other for like it's more of a discussion hub, and I think like, but the thing is obviously you don't want that to then create arguments and stuff, which is probably why they don't have it. But I think it'd be quite interesting to have that kind of like, just watched Raging Bull, for instance, liked it, gave 4 stars. What do you think? And you can like link like your review or something to it, so people can read your thoughts, and then you can start discussions and stuff on it. I think that might be kind of cool.
I do.
Because then obviously then it's just like what your friends that like have seen, and you can start like your own like discussions and all that kind of stuff around films. And my only other thing as well, like I think even for like across the board, maybe not, maybe if like from I was like the paid tiers, I think because they've just started to add films to like, not, I wouldn't say it's a streaming service as such, but
the video store,
the video store on Letterboxd, where you can now sort of like rent some films or whatever it is. I think that if you're a paid member, you should be able to get 2 or 3 a month for free.
That's a great idea.
And I think that then the rest of them are like discounted slightly because you pay.
Yeah.
Like depending on what your
especially if you're a patron. Yeah,
and I think then that would be a really good way of getting people to watch some of these films as well. Even if you stuck ads on them, like just a couple of ads or whatever at the beginning and the end, whatever. Don't overdo it.
No.
But just stick some ads on at the beginning to help then like give the filmmakers a little chunk of money as well, and obviously keep it for yourself as well. Do a good deal or whatever. Don't overdo it with ads, because that's what I like about Letterboxd as well. If you're on the free version, the ads are pretty minimal.
Yeah,
which is always nice. But I just think that would just take it just to another level. I'm not saying that you need like blockbusters on there, because obviously that's not what Letterboxd is about. But if you would just have like 2 or 3 free films a month, obviously rotated around or whatever, that are then available to you as a paying member. I'd understand as a free member that wouldn't be the case. But I just think that would just take it just up another notch. And I think then also more people would pay as well to then become the next stages of like
I mean,
pro and patron and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, even then, some of the rental charges aren't too bad, but some of them are like 15 quid. And
you may as well just buy a DVD,
especially when because you've only got it for 48 hours. But then you also, and I understand why they're charging that much. These are films that a lot of them don't have distribution. They're very hard to see. That's cool. I'm okay with that. But like, if I'm paying 50 plus quid a year to be a patron, it would be that would be another nice little benefit to say like, oh, you get 3 films. Pro could have 1 free film, and then like you say, you get both get so Pro would probably say 10% off, discount off, and say patron would be 25% off, because there's quite a big difference between said prices. And again, it would make a lot of be pretty cool, but no, I didn't really have kind of many, if any, negatives.
That's the thing though, the 2 things I'd say, they're not negatives, they're just 2 things I could see
as improvements.
Yeah, just to enhance the experience maybe a little bit more, and just
I wouldn't know what to go other than they may need more servers. They do crash. Crash occasionally, and it
it can be quite slow at times.
because obviously there's so much traffic. But again, minor gripe in what is a relatively pretty sweet deal that we get.
Yeah,
and we're able to kind of cultivate a community, or however you want to use it. If it's a diary or journal or whatnot.
Yeah, and I think like one more thing to sort of add is I think one thing they do better than a lot of other either like studios or other types of kind of like apps or technology, sort of like film technology kind of like places, is their social media stuff fantastic. Yeah. Like, it's so good. It's like
a lexicon now, isn't it?
Yeah, and this when you do like the 4 favorites on the red carpet with celebrities, those videos do really well. Like Criterion does the Criterion Closet. Like, they've got their thing that works really well for their audience, and I think as well, like, they do those short, snappy videos. It's edited really well, and I just think that I just love Letterboxd.
Controversially, I think Letterboxd has outdone Criterion.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's different markets, though.
It is. But the problem with the Criterion Collection, I don't know if I've said it on the pod before, but I think the Criterion Collection is so limited by the 1,000-odd titles that they own. And mad respect to them. I'm so glad they're venturing out. But I can't even watch a Criterion Closet anymore. Whereas as soon as a Letterboxd top 4 comes up, I'm like, boom, I'm there, because you're guaranteed everyone's will be different to a point. Like, the kids are always going to go like, oh, Toy Story, or a Pixar and whatnot, and more modern films. But when you get a really interesting adult on there, like, it's phenomenal. Like, hearing, there was one person recently who just had such a great set of movies. I was blown away, and I wouldn't have expected it from said person. I can't remember. It wasn't Sigourney Weaver. It was it was like a legacy actor. But yeah, honestly, it was just amazing, and you get so much more variety and so much more passion for film than I do out of the Criterion Collection. And I think Criterion have become so elite that they've lost the every person, whereas the Letterboxd, it's for everyone. They've got more of a general foothold, and because of the top 4, it keeps it so fresh and unique. Even like 1,000 videos in, you can keep watching, and you're gonna find something different.
But it's also just such a simple format. What's your top 4?
Yeah. Do you like movies? Would you like to talk about your top 4?
It's so simple, but also I love it as well, like how much Letterboxd has actually obviously become part of the kind of film kind of language as such. Yeah. Because like when you go to when you see like these red carpet interviews like with Letterboxd, and you see like so like famous people, like, oh my god, your Letterboxd, I'm not prepared for this. Yeah. And it's so I love watching that. Yeah. And keep doing an amazing job, Letterboxd. Yeah, you really do.
I don't know if you do. If anyone follows, they have a journal section at the top. It's always worth checking out, because they do a lot of like Blu-ray, like let you know what's coming out on physical media. They also let you know kind of what's coming out in terms, or they do like think pieces on like Frankenstein and interviews with creatives. They are really on the ball in terms of like keeping you up to date with a lot of it. And and again, like obviously their summaries, but their stats section is just elite. Like being able to break down film in such a really interesting, meticulous way, especially for someone with my mind. Do you know what I mean? Like I love being able to know that. I am trying to wean myself off, because I went into some dark places with that shit, but it's nice to know kind of like, okay, this is the picture, the year in a life of Film Richard's picture, and I like that.
Cool. Before we go into your little surprise,
Ooh.
end of season surprise. Do you want to just tell the good people at home or on the train, wherever you're listening or watching this podcast from, how many films on Letterboxd have you logged?
Is it this year?
Total. Because I don't fully know what yours is, but
why are you shaming me?
I'm not shaming you. I want people to be amazed with what you've done.
Oh dear. I would not call it amazement.
So for me, and obviously this is, I've not logged every single film I've ever watched, but I'm up to 359 total logs on films, which isn't too bad.
How much was that?
359. Yeah, okay. Which it's not terrible, I don't think.
No, I think genuinely that's.
I do watch about 40, 50 films a year.
Yeah.
Last year I did about 70, but 50 of those were new. 60 of those were new. So it's not bad going. Richard, do you want to share with the kind people what?
Yeah, I can do. And to be fair, when I downloaded the app, the first thing I did is I did not know about the diary button. So when you do like review/log, that's the way to obviously make sure you keep it in your diary, and it will let you know obviously when you've watched stuff. I was just going through blank, like making sure I'd logged everything. So as far as I know, this is about as complete a log on my film history as I can get. Every once in a while I will add the odd one that I have missed, but I am currently up to 13,218 films, shorts, mini-series, or whatever the hell you can log on Letterboxd.
Yeah. That's the important thing as well. It's not everything, but it's the things you can log on Letterboxd, because you can log everything but TV shows.
Yeah, I was able to log a couple of sex films because they've now started to make a porn section. So you can now start with classic adult movies. You can start logging them now. But it's very tricky because you've got to make sure you have your DVD or Blu-ray nearby, because they censor the poster. You cannot look at anything off the poster. So
I mean that's fair enough.
Yeah, no, it's totally understandable because nobody wants to see some of this. Yeah,
well, not everybody does. That's the thing, and that's
perverts. So.
No, but it's at least just being respectful of other people and being respectful of the community and
because obviously there's a lot of those kind of films being released now quite openly and but it's I don't know whether or not to be shamed or impressed. I feel like I could have done so much more with my life, but alas, my 20s was me with a brand new job and a lot of not a lot of spare time, because I was actually working full time then. Yeah. But fuck me, I was putting in some hours.
Well, this is the thing though. You've dedicated your life to film, and but not just like watching films, but writing as well, because you're a terrific writer as well, and hopefully our lovely audience listening and watching will be able to watch some of your writing at some point soon.
Well, I was also going to say, would you believe it? We've talked quite a lot about Letterboxd, but we haven't even said that we are on Letterboxd.
We are. Yes.
You can log a couple of our films on Letterboxd.
Yes.
So Sam will obviously drop the short films below. So Signal, Envy, a film I directed called Help. I wrote Signal, you directed, you wrote and directed Envy, I wrote and directed Help.
You produced Envy.
Yeah, I did produce Envy, but I always try and keep my name out of the hat because everyone keeps thinking I did it, and I'm like, I'm not taking any fucking credit for that, man. That's all you.
No, you should take a lot of credit for that, because without you, that film wasn't. It never would have happened. No, well, that was 24. That was it. That was like the last kind of 48 hours of fuckery from people. It was. That's fine. Great experience though. But yes, you can go and obviously rate if you've ever seen Envy, or obviously like the films that Richard said, like Signal, Envy, or Locked In. you can go over to Letterboxd and leave a genuine rating as well. Like,
we appreciate it. Yeah,
we'd love to absolutely hear your thoughts. Any more final thoughts on Letterboxd? Any other things to add?
No, not really. I think we've covered the main pieces. I mean, the problem is that we love it so much. It's hard to criticise, and I think we've praised everything in about an hour. So
it's pretty good going.
I think we've done all right. So what is this surprise, Sam?
Okay, cool. So just as a bit of fun, just to finish the first series, I thought because Richard is such a huge, obviously, film fan, but he's got a deep, meaningful knowledge on film, I thought we'd do a quiz.
Oh,
are you up for that?
Let's go for it.
You up for a quiz? Okay.
Yeah, this is going to look very odd because I can't look.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. Well, it's on my phone, but what I'm going to
fine.
do. So this is just a BuzzFeed quiz, but I typed in hard movie trivia quizzes, and so hopefully this is actually pretty. Hopefully this is pretty decent for you.
Yeah.
But also listening, and if you're watching, please play along as well, and let us know how you did in the comments because we'd love to know.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you ready? You nervous?
Ready? Oh, I'm nervous.
You a bit twitchy bum? Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. You might hear a booty toot soon.
Okay, cool. So question 1. Which famous British comedian voiced Zazu in The Lion King?
Rowan Atkinson.
Oh, okay. I was going to give you multiple choice, but you've gone straight in. That is correct. It's Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, question 2. Which actor in one of their first roles played a young Wendy Darling in Hook? Gwyneth Paltrow, Cameron Diaz, or Jennifer Garner?
That's the Spielberg one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shit. I'll go Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow, is that your answer?
Yeah.
You locking it in?
Yep.
You are correct. It is
Gwyneth
Paltrow.
Yeah.
I mean, Cameron Diaz, The Mask was her first film.
Yeah.
And Jennifer Garner,
Would have been a bit later, yeah.
It would have been, yeah. Okay, so question 3. Which of the following is not true about Star Wars A New Hope?
Okay.
Almost every studio passed on making it. George Lucas gave up an extra directing fee in exchange to the merchandising and sequel rights, or the film won the Best Picture Oscar at the 1978 Academy Awards.
C.
So the film won the Best Picture.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not true.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was confusing me because the first two were true. Yeah.
Okay, you locking it in? C.
Yeah. C.
You are correct.
Yeah, 3 for 3. Come on, don't fuck about.
Okay, question 4. I hope you at home as well are doing very well on this quiz as well. It's to be fair, like
not as hard as I would have thought. Yeah.
Well, the second one you were a bit stunned. That was a bit more of a guess.
Yeah. It was,
so far.
Yeah. But Hook. Yeah, it was Hook. But it's because I haven't seen Hook in years. That's why.
Okay. Right. Well, I'm blaming BuzzFeed if you get 18 out of 18. Okay.
Oh my god, we're doing 18.
There's 18 questions. Okay.
Let's go.
So we're on 4. So we're getting through it. Okay. Question 4. Who did Steven Spielberg originally want for the role of Dr. Alan Grant in Jurassic Park? Is it Kevin Costner, Harrison Ford, or Tom Hanks?
I'd say B.
So Harrison Ford. You are correct.
Get him.
You're a joke.
I had no clue.
Yeah. That was good, man. All right, so question 5. Which of these facts is true about The Departed?
Mm-hmm.
Martin Scorsese had been wanting to make it since the early 90s. It is a remake of a Hong Kong film.
B.
Wait.
It's B.
Robert Redford.
It's B.
Robert Redford was everyone's first choice to play Frank Costello.
Yeah. It's B.
So which one of these is true? And it's a remake of a Hong Kong film.
It is.
You are correct.
It's technically not. It's actually a remake of 2 Hong Kong films.
Okay, do you know
Infernal Affairs and Infernal Affairs 2.
It is Infernal Affairs, yeah.
Yes, I know. Don't fucking start with me, mate. Don't fucking start with me.
This is why I wanted to do this on like the Letterboxd episode, because then people are getting to see your knowledge. Like, but and you even named the bloody film as well. So well done.
Oh yeah, no, because it's William Moynihan.
Yeah,
is the guy who wrote the Departed script, and they combined parts 1 and 2 because there's a lot of flashback. Because part 1 is basically it's the main structure, but some of the backstory of character that's taken from part 2.
Okay, Okay, right. Question 6.
Don't fucking start, man. Don't fucking start with me. Sorry, I'm just getting aggressive, so don't fucking start with me. Don't.
Your ego's starting to like be tested.
No. It's
No,
just
I'm joking.
like,
I'm joking.
No.
Yeah, it's good. Which of these facts is true about The Nightmare Before Christmas?
Okay.
So Tim Burton didn't direct it. Disney delayed the release of it because of Hocus Pocus, or Danny Elfman does the speaking voice of Jack Skellington.
So is it just one?
Yeah, which of these facts is true?
I gotta go A.
Tim Burton didn't direct it?
Yeah.
That is correct. Yeah, even I knew that one.
Yeah. Do you know who directed it?
I don't.
Henry Selick.
Is it Tom Selleck's brother or something?
No. He did James and the Giant Peach, Coraline.
Oh, that's a great, underrated film, James and the Giant Peach.
James and the Giant
really
Peach, yeah.
good.
So yeah.
Is that the same studio who did Coraline?
No, that was Disney. Disney.
Right,
Disney.
okay.
No, yeah. Disney did Nightmare, and they worked with Tim Burton, obviously on Frankenweenie and thing. But what was it? Henry Selick did. He did that for Disney, James and the Giant Peach. But what else was it? He recently did Wendell and Wild for Netflix. The Key and Peele. There's a Key and Peele like stop motion animation film.
Oh, okay.
So he did that.
Right. Question 7.
Go.
Which of these facts is not true about Coming to America?
Not true. Okay.
Paula Abdul choreographed the grand entrance dance scene.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, not true.
Okay.
It was the first film where Eddie Murphy played multiple characters, or Janet Jackson turned down the role of Lisa McDowell.
See.
So Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
That is not true.
That's not true.
That is correct.
Don't fuck with me, man. Don't fuck with me. I've been watching my special features. All right, I've had my fucking ready break.
Oh mate,
I've had my ready break.
That would be actually a cool like little episode, or even like half of an episode is to chat maybe a little bit about our upbringing on special features.
Oh mate, yeah,
and like
DVD special features.
Yeah,
we were in the golden age. Yeah,
really, really was, and like commentaries and stuff like that. Like, yeah. So question 8. Which actor was originally cast as Juliet opposite Leonardo DiCaprio in Romeo and Juliet? Was it Kate Winslet, Liv Tyler, or Natalie Portman?
I genuinely don't know. So this is a guess.
Okay.
So it would have been 97. Do you know what? I'm actually going to go for it. Ready? Liv Tyler.
Ooh, I thought you were going to go Winslet.
No, it's too obvious.
You're going to go Liv Tyler?
Yeah, it's Liv Tyler.
You're wrong.
Oh, it wasn't Kate Winslet, was it?
No, it was Natalie Portman. Shit. She was forced to drop out of the movie after executives at Fox saw the rehearsals and thought she looked way too young to be playing Leonardo DiCaprio's love interest.
Yeah. Because that's why I didn't pick her, because she was. You got to remember, like, what was it, 97? She was coming off Leon. And there was a massive controversy about obviously the French cut of Leon.
Yeah. Well, even in like Closer, which was what 2002.
Yeah, shit. Yeah,
she looked really like quite young, just before the sequels, wasn't it?
No,
the Star Wars ones.
No. She did. No. Yeah, it would have been before Attack of the Clones. Yeah, Attack of the Clones. Yeah,
Attack of the Loans.
Yeah.
Your credit is really bad.
Hey, I'll take it, man. One's not too bad, but I did not know that one. So
okay, right, we're halfway through now. Which of these facts is true about your favorite film in the world, Scream?
Oh, fucking Scream.
It was originally called Scary Movie.
Right, is this fact true?
Facts that are true.
Facts that are true.
Which of these is true?
It's A.
Hold on. I need to do it for the rest of the people.
Yeah.
They originally wanted Heather Lockyer to play Gail Weathers, or Denise Richards was forced to drop out of the role of Casey Becker after Drew Barrymore wanted that role instead of the role of Sydney.
Yeah, it's A.
Scary Movie. You are correct.
Yeah, because then that's how Weinstein's got the name Scary Movie to then do the spoof.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, I didn't know that, but I would have guessed Scary Movie. Yeah. Number 10. Which actor was cast as Marty McFly in Back to the Future before being let go and replaced by Michael J. Fox?
Eric Stoltz.
Is it Rob Lowe?
I love you.
Do this list, Richard, because the people who are listening are going to want to play this as well.
That's okay.
Okay, Rob Lowe.
You should know, people. You should know.
Emilio Estevez. They probably do know, but just let me do it, all right?
Okay.
Rob Lowe, Emilio Estevez, or Eric Stoltz?
Eric Stoltz. I haven't changed my mind.
You are correct. Even I knew it was Eric Stoltz, but still.
Right, I'll let you finish them next time.
Yeah. No, it's fun. It's fun when you interrupt me. Which of these facts is true about Pretty Woman?
Ooh.
It's based on a novel titled 3000. Richard Gere flew to LA to beg Julia Roberts to take the role of Vivian. That does seem like a very Richard Gere thing to do. The original script for it had a dark ending where Richard tosses Vivian out of the car and throws money that he owes her onto her.
I'm pretty sure it's C.
You are correct. Yes. I'd heard of that.
Yeah.
Ending,
and it's not just that. I'd heard that they'd made it. It was actually an R-rated film.
Oh wow!
So it was going to be like 15, 18 in the UK, and basically everyone started getting cold feet about it because even Julia Roberts had signed on to that. It was going to be extremely graphic and everything, and then they kind of turned it into the fairy tale PG-13, 12 whatever version that you see now.
It is better that way. I think.
It is, yeah. There are some times where, and this is the thing I struggle now, is that people just don't realise that we don't want to see all the negative shit. Sometimes making it a bit of a fairy tale. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We can have a bit of fun with cinema.
Exactly.
Anyway, sorry, yeah.
No need to be sorry. You're absolutely right. So question 12. The Little Mermaid is credited with what? Being the first animated movie to be nominated for the Best Picture Oscar, helping save Disney's animation department and bringing on the Disney Renaissance, or C, saving Disney from a corporate takeover after the financial disaster that was the opening of Disneyland Paris.
I think it's B.
So helping save Disney's animation department.
I'm pretty sure. Beauty and the Beast is the first to have won the actual. I've got to work this one out in my head now. That's the first to win that's first to be nominated for an animate is it animated Oscar?
No, sorry, just Best Picture.
Oh no, if it's Best Picture, that's definitely Beauty and the Beast, so that's not the one. And I don't know about Disneyland Paris and all that shit, so I would say B. Feels feels
the way you said that. Don't know about Disney.
I don't know about the Disneyland Paris. Yeah, Disney Paris and all that shit.
So B, you are correct.
There you go.
It did save the animation department.
Yeah, because then that's when they were able to do because they were doing Beauty and the Beast at the same time, but that's when Howard Ashman died. And he was already, by the time Beauty and the Beast was ready to roll out, they'd already written songs for Aladdin, but he died of AIDS during the kind of as Beauty and the Beast was wrapping up.
Mate, you're dropping more facts than from the quiz.
Mate, I went through a lot of those Disney docs, man, and they were honestly, if you want to know anything like Howard Ashman's one, I think it's just called Howard, and it's directed by producer Don Hahn, and he did the Golden Age, or the Silver Age, or whatever you want to call it, like the 90s era of Disney. He goes in with unprecedented access of footage because he was there at the time as well, and he breaks down Howard Ashman. If you know Howard's scores, and the guy is fucking incredible. Right tearjerker, that one. Sorry.
No, you don't need to be sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm rambling now. Yeah.
No, it's fine. No, I'm sure everyone loves listening to these incredible things you have to say. So question 13. Who was the only designer to make a cameo in the original Devil Wears Prada?
Oh, man.
I say the original, but it's the first one.
Yeah.
So was it Valentino, Ralph Lauren, or Calvin Klein?
Valentino.
You sure?
Yeah.
You are correct.
It began with a V, yeah. I watched it the other week, and it was literally, whoever it was a V. It was just some wrinkly old orange guy.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't fucking know.
Right, okay, you ready for question 14?
Yep.
So which of these facts is true about Clueless?
Ooh.
Kerry Washington turned down the role of Dion.
Mm-hmm.
Coolio almost passed on them using Rollin' with the Homies in the movie, which I'm guessing is a song. Amy Heckerling, who wrote and directed the movie, originally pitched Clueless as a TV series for Fox.
Oh. That is not where I was expecting them to go. I'll probably go Kerry Washington and A.
Yeah, that she turned down the role.
Yeah.
Is this a guess? This one?
It's a guess.
Oh, so it is not. It is Amy Heckerling wrote and directed it.
That's fine.
Originally pitched it as a TV series.
That's fine, because I know it became a TV series, but I thought they would chuck in, is it based, because it's based on Emma.
Oh, right, the Jane Austen novel.
Jane Austen. It's actually an adaptation of, I think it is Emma. It's based on an adaptation of that.
Right.
So that's where I thought they would go with the question, but they didn't.
Yeah.
No, cool.
So question 15. We've not got that many left.
All right, hey, 2 wrong ain't too bad.
Including the 2018 film, how many versions of A Star Is Born are there?
Right, okay. 4.
3.
No.
4.
Oh, God. Jesus.
Or 5.
You scared the shit out of me. It's 4.
It's 4.
I've got them all.
It is 4. Well done.
Yeah, there's a 1930s one. There's a 19...
What year? 30...
is it 38?
37.
Yeah. Then there's the Judy Garland, which I think is 1954.
Yes.
1954. Then there's the Barbra Streisand, which is 1973.
6.
And then there's the 2018 one.
Mate, that was very impressive.
Told you. I got them all, man. I got them all sitting at home.
Question number 16. Disney originally envisioned Beauty and the Beast as what? A live action movie. B, as a darker, more dramatic and non-musical animated movie. Or C, as an almost 3-hour animated musical movie that would have been a pretty faithful adaptation of La Belle et la Bête by Gabrielle Suzanne de Villeneuve.
B.
So a darker, more dramatic.
Yeah.
You are correct.
Yeah. The 3-hour one, I've never heard that story, but I have heard, and I think maybe on the Disney Blu-ray you can watch the animatics too. There was a hint towards that one, so as soon as I heard it was darker, yeah.
Okay, question 17. Black Panther has the distinction of which of the following? Being the first superhero film to win the Cannes Film Festival Palme d'Or Award, being the first superhero film to be nominated for the Best Picture Oscar, or being the fastest Marvel film to earn $1 billion at the box office?
It's B or C, but I think it's B.
Which is being the first superhero film to be nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah.
You are correct.
There you go. Yeah, I remember there was a big deal about like at the awards and stuff. So yeah.
So last question.
Go.
Which of these facts is true about Titanic? The iconic line. So A, the iconic line of "I'm the King of the World" was an ad lib by Leonardo DiCaprio. B, James Cameron was very much against having My Heart Will Go On in the movie. Or C, James Cameron had to be convinced by the studio to cast Leonardo DiCaprio as Jack.
So is it which one's true?
B. It's My Heart Will Go On.
Yep.
You are correct. Wow.
16 out of 18.
16 out of 18. Because I knew C was the other way around. Because he had to convince Leo to be part of the film. So I was torn on.
I remember James Horner playing him My Heart Will Go On, and he did say like that I don't think that will work in the movie, and James Horner was like, no dude, trust me, I did the Braveheart soundtrack, I know what I'm fucking talking about. You know what I mean?
So Richard, you have scored 16 out of 18, and according to BuzzFeed it says you are better than 99% of all the other quiz takers of this quiz.
I mean, I don't know if I'm that good, but I think we did all right, guys. I think we did good.
I mean, that's pretty good knowledge, to be fair. That is
yeah. Well, we'll definitely have to do another one soon.
I think so. Yeah. Did you like that?
Yeah. I don't know if we should do the BBFC game.
The BBFC game.
So remember, we used to play the old runtime.
Yeah.
So you pick like 10 films and pick.
Do you know what I would also like to do? So I'd like to use Shot Deck and take a still from a film and see if you can guess it.
Go for it.
As well.
Yeah.
That'd be quite cool
the only one I won't do, and it's when they do, you know, like the game where they do the different color palette. So they have a still color from every. No, I can't. That's too advanced for me. I don't work by colors, unfortunately. I work by run times and numbers.
Yeah, that would be. Do you remember when we were like teenagers? We did we'd play like a little bit of music or sound from a film, and you'd have to guess what it was. And you never get it wrong.
Oh, I did, or if I did, like, very rarely. Yeah,
it was very
weird.
rarely, but
yeah.
I'm glad you like that as an
no. I mean,
to
be fair, I was a bit worried when you were like picking one out from the old BuzzFeed, but hey, that was a pretty good one.
Bad.
That was a good one. Yeah. That was a good one.
There's a few challenging ones we had to guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, it's like that's what I always say. Like, I don't know everything.
Oh no, obviously, yeah. But I hope, obviously, you watching or listening at home or wherever you are,
enjoyed
with this
that
podcast. I hope you enjoyed it, and also put it down in the comments what you scored. I'd be really interested to know what you scored, and I think this is a really nice place to end this episode and also the series.
Yes.
So Richard and I will be taking a little bit of a break, and we will come back in due course, and I'm sure we will obviously announce things on our social media. So
make sure you're following for them.
Make sure you're following, and to drop that in. I'll do that now. We can do recommendations after.
Yeah.
So obviously Rogue Studios, Instagram and TikTok is Rogue_Studios_, or you can find me at Sam_D_Hogarth on TikTok, Instagram, Letterboxd, and where can people find you as well, Richard?
They can find me at Richard Hogarth as aka the Video Store Clerk. I am on Instagram, TikTok, Serialized, and Letterboxd, obviously. Hence why we did this episode.
Yeah, I know we've done it the other way around this week, but I thought we'd just sort of get it out the way, just because then, as our viewers and listeners can then just keep up to date with whenever we drop anything about updates for next episodes. And Richard, do you have any recommendations?
I do, but
for the series, the final ones.
Yeah, I do, but do you want to? Have you got anything?
No,
you always go first.
I do normally go first, but I actually don't have a recommendation this week.
Oh my days!
I don't actually have anything. What I will recommend actually is, so at the end of this series, what I think people should go and do is go and do something a little bit different and go watch some short films. So here's a couple of channels I think you should recommend, that I will recommend actually, that I think you guys should watch. So there are some great sort of channels out there, like Alter. That's really good for like sci-fi films, like short films
and horror.
Yeah, they have a horror one as well. I also think you should go and check out Director's Library as well on YouTube. All the sort of links and everything will be in the description as well. And the other one is a Norfolk-based production company who have just come back with a new short film called Sapling, which is Bloody Cuts. Used to love their short films back in the day. I'm sure everyone's probably watched a Bloody Cuts film or heard of one, like one of the short films that went viral online. But they are Norfolk-based. They're based in my hometown of Kings Lynn, and they've just come back with a new short film, and you should go and check it out. So that is my recommendations. Go watch some short films. And so, Richard, what have you got this week?
I thought I would have one, but since you obviously were doing the short films, I might add a couple more. So these might be just quick fire. But obviously, in the spirit of Letterboxd, my big one that I pre-planned for today is Paris 13th District. It is a French film adapted from a comic book, but it is directed by Jacques Audiard. Now, everyone, please calm down. I know he made Emilia Perez. That's a one-off in this career. You do need to watch this. This is as I've said, it's based on a comic book. It's black and white, it's French, but it's following a group of 4 characters and their sexual adventures over Paris in the 13th district. Because instead of having counties or things, they always break it up into numbered districts. And we follow those 4 characters and their extraordinary journey over that. I have Le Mort Ouf. This is a French film that is, without a doubt, a fucking example of how to make romance films, and it's French as well. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes. It's long, but it's on Mubi. But it is, without a doubt, it utilizes every single tool that cinema can use, and it absolutely uses it to portray its story, whether it's interpretive dance, song, whether it's gangsters, action, suspense. everything. It tells its story, and it has one of the most beautifully realised endings I've seen for a film in a long time. If you like Park Chan-wook, we do have some Korean films for you. There is a film called I'm Not a Cyborg, but It's Okay. It is a bit on the darker side, but it is a mental health drama rom-com featuring a woman who is swallowing batteries because she has this idea that she believes she's a android, a robot, and needs to swallow batteries. Well, she ends up falling in love with a guy in the hospital that she's staying at, and they end up kind of escaping and running away. And it's, obviously there's impracticalities, but obviously it's about two people falling in love as well. Very odd in tone, but it is so excellently realised. I'm going to just do one more because it's the end of the season. I want to leave you with plenty of recommendations. We have Mad Detective from Johnny To, and I think it's Wong Kai-Fa. It's a absolutely bonkers detective story set in China, and it is phenomenal. Like, we follow a detective who's opening his introduction is him throwing himself. He's in a suitcase and he throws himself down the stairs, and basically we find out that he can actually see spirits and not booze but actual ghosts. Yeah, and people who've passed on. And with this unique talent, after cutting his own ear off, after all, he basically winds up like trying to solve this kind of missing persons case. And yeah, it has plenty of twists, turns, and shocks that will excite and shock you.
Amazing. I think there's some great recommendations there.
Yeah.
I've not seen any of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm just
yeah.
I'm just going to trust you on that one.
Yeah. No.
But no, thank you for the recommendations as well.
No,
and
it's
again,
good, mate. Yeah.
This has been a really good first series of the Film Bros podcast. Again, just another like real heartfelt thank you to everyone who's downloaded an episode, who's watched one online.
Yeah.
It really genuinely means an awful lot to us, who's obviously just starting this kind of podcast journey.
Yeah, and following us on this journey. Yeah, we appreciate you guys.
100%. And obviously, yeah, please leave it in the leave comments on what you'd like to see in the next series, and also just some of your favorite moments of the first series as well. Like, just we'd love to hear from you guys, and I'm sure in the next series we'll read them out as well. We'll do a little sort of like section where we're going to read out some comments and emails as well from listeners as well. So please do get in touch. We're super thankful for everyone watching, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.